comrades. Welcome back to Neuve Revergrad, where the women are all beautiful and the men are all strong. Let's take a look at our beautiful women running around. It looks like all men. Okay. Now, our women, let me change that. Where our women look like men. Anyway, sorry. All right, in any event. I guess they need to get another kind of model in there, don't they? A little female model wouldn't hurt. So here we are. I've had a few questions and comments, and I'd like to address a few things. One of them was from Steve, was asking about when we were going to fire up our new or turn off our old power plant. And it was when we knew these guys were providing enough power. And I came in before the episode and looked and noticed that if I shut this power plant off, there's not enough power to down here. So I'm not prepared to do it right now, but I think we need to get more power lines. There is a limit to how much these power lines can hold. And if we click the right button, how much is it? 13 megawatts. So I think we might need to do a little bit better job of distributing the power before we can do that, just because otherwise we'll cut the power off down here. Now, I definitely want to get that done at some point here because I noticed these people are only at average lifespan of 65 years. So hopefully that's not an issue for us, but something that I definitely want to take care of. Now, between the episodes, a fair amount of time, I don't know exactly how many in-game months, but I went around and finished a project or two, so we had some things to do. But I did one last time to mention this. Now that we have our school, seems to be going well. We have it limited in the number of total professors because I just don't think we need that many for this town. These universities are kind of uber powerful in getting a lot of people educated, or certainly getting enough people educated. But again, not to beat a dead horse, but if you look, we have very few, or that's the first time I've actually seen students waiting, and really staff is sort of the problem. So I think that if we got a few more staff, we'll be in good shape. But we've cleared up entirely the school problem here, and then I haven't looked over here, right? How are we doing in this school? Yep, there we go. So we're pretty much cleared up here where we're educating, and that should get us ahead so that we have, students in the auditorium. At some point, we might up this number, but again, this is even a smaller town, so I'm really not that interested in getting everyone a college education necessarily, even though, as long as we have enough. I just as soon get people out there working, even though I know these students don't go out and work, the professors do, right? So if we max out the professors and the staff, I'm fine with that as long as we have enough teachers to keep our schools going and whatever other future needs. So there we go. So that's two things. Another thing is, within the bounds, I think we might be really close to firing up our steel mill. And in addition, we got done all of the construction for GW distribution. And the final question that I remember at this moment is, how are we doing on our car manufacturing? Some people are very excited to see that get going, and this is how we're doing. It's just taking a long time because we don't have the closest asphalt and concrete are all the way either in Energenisk down here or all the way over at Itupafalu over there. So it's just taking a mighty long time, but you can see I've got all kinds of trucks and supplies. I did actually start moving some of the extra vehicles that we just sort of had lying around over to here, and I'll move more over slowly but surely. And then we have a depot here, so I can rearrange them if I need to, but these were just what I would call spare construction vehicles as a general statement. And I mentioned that because I saw a crane coming in here, and I think he's coming in oh no, the crane's already here. He must be going to work. So we got many things assigned, and we're just trying to get all the materials over. Like you can see, I even have multiple construction offices. And once we get these materials, then our issue will be people. So you'll say, well, the priority, we'll get this done. Well, yeah, but if I don't have any people to work there, which means I need to get this I need to get this passenger rail worked out, right? This was sort of an abandoned concept, and we haven't really worked on that. So depending on how it goes this episode, maybe in the next episode, we will take care of figuring out a little bit more of this town so that we can not just have this theoretic thing here. I am also working on, and this gives you an idea, this is like months and months worth of building on this road because it takes so long to get the asphalt, plus the same construction. It's trying to bring asphalt here, but just with the amount of time it takes to get these roads and rails built, definitely still want to get this done. And our other new construction office is getting closer over here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, and I'd like to show you this too. This guy's on auto search 3000. If we go over the auto search, I don't know why he's not picking up more of these things. Let's see, is he picking up these two? Nope. So he's not getting those now. And this guy has a bus. There's no reason, or does he have a bus? Maybe he's not doing those because he doesn't have a bus. You know what? That could be it. Maybe he's smarter than I think. I don't know. Anyway, I was also going around and just assigning these footpaths where I could to this guy. And I think we're ready. I don't know if we're ready or not, to be honest. I know we had no power, so I had to build a new substation over here. But now we have power in this coal mine. And I'm actually not that worried about that coal mine because most of our coal should be coming in here. So I'm more worried about, do we have power to here, which would get coal into here. We have power. And we have power at our steel mill, no workers or resources. And then if we come up this way, yeah, we have power here and power to an iron mine. So what I would like to try to do is start see, we got some extra money, which is one of the other reasons I let it run forward. But I think we should be able to do electric trains, get people out of here. But I think the first electric train will be to come into here to this station. We only have one train here, so I'd like to slowly kind of ramp this up. So you see, he's waiting here until he offloads what he can, right? Yeah, he's waiting to unload, but I may change that in a minute, right? Like he'll just top off over here and we'll see how this works. But let's go get a pretty darn big coal train, I think. And I'm not sure. Yeah, let's do electric so we don't buy the wrong one. I'm not sure how much advantage there is to this, but I would assume since we're going a long distance, yeah, they all go, well, they don't all go the same speed, but yeah, why don't we try the red one because it's red. And we'll do a cargo wagon. Yeah, and we'll do coal. So let's see about how many. Oh, box car for livestock, open car. Yeah, let's just make sure that's the best one we can get. Yes, it is. So that's that 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's a pretty long coal train, and we can add more. And that just cost us more than I care to think about. But if we can get this going, we should be in good shape. Now, I think if I assign, we're going to have to do some, before we even assign, we're going to have to do some rail signaling. So let's just shrink this guy up here for a minute and get our rail signaling going. I think we're going to spend a lot of time in this episode with the rail signals, which I hope and don't think will bother you guys too much. So let's come here and first, these should all be just regular signals. That guy would be back this way. I don't know that we really need these all, but there's not a lot of sense of getting rid of them. Yeah, and see this guy should be a chain signal. Anytime you go into a junction, and the reason for that is, I'm not sure how smart he'll be, but I would like at least to give him the chance that if whichever one of these trains goes, he will be able to decide to go or not, right? Because this guy shouldn't interfere when we do get this guy going, because he should be able to turn around and go the other way, right? So if we have a train staged right here, so that would mean Yeah, we don't really want this to be a chain. We want this to be regular, and that's normal. You know, we might, yeah, I don't think we're going to get two of them in there, but, and then this would be into a thing, so we want to chain in. And then this is just really a regular signal on a straight piece of track here. So there we go. So any train should be able to come in, fill up, do a rather long, but, you know, a turnaround, and then head back out on the right way. And what we want here is then, right, this regular signal out and a chain in. So in other words, don't go into this intersection until this one's clear. And then we're going to want a chain in this way. And I would say at this point, because I don't expect too many trains, we're just going to put two regular here. Now, depending on how long this train is, we want to make sure it all fits, right? So I'm just going to kind of go to here and hope for the best. Right, so there we go. So that the train could sit in here. I really don't want a chain here because, yeah, I don't want a train sitting there because he's going to block this other guy from being able to get down into here. So we might have to limit the number of trains that come into this one, or we could do another extra siding here where we would make it so that an extra train or two could come in. But let's just see how many we need. There's no sense in, yeah, you know what, I'm going to put another set here just to keep things rolling a little bit better. And then here we're going to want a regular signal out. And this is a mess. Regular signal out. Chain signal in. Chain signal in. So this should really be a chain signal here, even though I don't expect too much traffic that way. And yeah, I think we're all done the construction. So these can all, this can change. I could probably even get rid of, yeah, let's just test things before I get rid of my crisscross, just in case. And then we probably just want to put, now, here's something to consider, and I mentioned this to John from his question about the train signaling. If you have a really long stretch of track that's one way, we're going to have a chain signal into here. Right, and this is what I would consider at least a pretty long stretch of track. And then that'll be one way back this way, right? What you want to do is, or at least I like to do it, you don't have to do it this way, is try to make the first section longer than the other ones, right? So if we were to come up to, like, say here, what that's going to do is it may clog up this intersection a little bit more. And you might want to choose to maybe put another one here for that reason. But this long stretch, if we then make the next ones a little bit shorter, what will happen is that they won't tend to catch up with each other, right? Because you'll put a little bit of an extra block, and then you won't get this, like, accordion effect. So, like, in other words, we'll make this one a little bit extra long, and then we'll kind of stay to this bit shorter. These don't have to be next to each other. Oops. They do have to be on the right side of the track, though. And if you were really anal retentive about it, right, that should work out pretty well. They may, well, you know, we'll put another one in here. See, so that way, you know, you've put a pretty long gap coming out of this intersection, which, again, may not be ideal. You might not want, you could almost make the second gap the biggest just to try to not clog up the intersection. It really depends on how many trains you have at that point. But the bottom line is, by the time you space them out down here or up the other end, they should keep flowing. I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm not going to worry about this because this has nothing to do with it. Now, let me remember which way we were thinking of this because it is important. Yeah, these coal trains are going to come down this way and feed in through here into this system, and then they'll come back. If they're just going to this stop, they'll come back out and around. So this needs to be, yeah, we need a chain signal up here because that's going into an intersection, right? Now, one of our dilemmas here is, do we have enough room? You know, do we really want them stopping in this intersection? And I would generally say, no, you really don't. If you start fighting things, then maybe you might need that. But we're going to get rid of this one as well, because it's just not necessarily long enough before. We might even have to consider this a big intersection. So what I might do is put what I'll call double chain, right? So that this is going to need to be clear before this turns clear. So it sort of feeds it back all the way, but it also frees up the other way, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, this is just kind of a big goofy intersection, but then let's make this one in. Oh, I just said I wasn't going to worry about that one. Now we should be done all the construction, so let's worry about it, but we won't get rid of our crisscross quite yet, just because we'll just see how it goes. But once we get rid of that crisscross, that might be enough to get a train in here, but I don't anticipate trains coming up this way. Yeah, they can't get there. At least these coal trains can't get there. So let's just see. Now, the other thing I'm worried about with all of this is that I'm going to mess up. Some of these food trains were using this track, and I hope I didn't just mess them up, but we'll see. It's another reason not to get rid of those crisscrosses quite yet. Yeah, so this is a debatable mess here, to be quite honest. Well, you know what? I think let's go with the chain idea. Yeah, I'm just debating where I put this out signal. We got a chain here. If I make this a chain, this train should stop there if this starts getting clogged up. We'll see how it goes. So when you start chaining the chains together, you need to get to a green signals before it'll like you. And the problem we have here is we got so many darned intersections. I think I want to get rid of these just so that I can think more clearly. These should definitely be regular signals. And then, yeah, I think what we want is regular signals here so that we could stage trains coming in, right? There. So let's, yeah, it would be nice if, yeah, same thing here. Oops. So what I'm hoping to keep these intersections clear, even though they might get busy. Yeah, that should be plenty of room. Let's put, and I'm not anticipating this many trains, but there we go. So now, do we put a chain signal here? Let's try it. We'll see what happens. You know what? No, because I don't really want them stopping there. We're going to try to leave this. Now, we definitely want an intersection here just so that do we want to signal? Yeah, let's do a regular signal out of this. And then a chain signal here just for the principle of it. And then what are we doing with this one? This one, yeah, I don't really see why we have this built. And if we did, this would be a chain signal in. Yeah, I don't really like that they would stop close to the road. But then again, the road shouldn't be too busy other than maybe fire trucks. So for now, we're going to do another chain signal here. And then, yeah, we'll do 2 regular signals. So that should move them through here pretty good. This needs to be... Okay, see, one of the things we're getting into here... Ah, I see what I did. I want to do something else right now. I want to do opposing signals. So see how I have these two opposing signals? The trains shouldn't choose to go this way because they can't get through here. This is our coal loop. This is our steel loop. And I believe that this is only attached because for construction reasons. So we're just going to leave that, and maybe even to get trains in and out, right? But really, I think the steel is going to come in and out this way. The coal is going to come in and out kind of like this way. All right, I hope everyone's following all of this. There'll be a test later on. Now this one, yeah, we could put another regular signal here. This one I don't think we're necessarily going to use. I'm just going to slap one not near that road. Hopefully this is far enough from the road. And then this should be a chain. Now where is this one going? Yeah, this one both gets out into here. So there would be the possibility if a train could get up this way that had steel on it, that it would come up and go and join up with this, right, from here. So this is part of the steel line. This is the coal line over here. But they could join up and trains can get out this way. So this is an intersection. Would need to be a chain signal in. And again, this is all one way up this way, right? So we would have another chain signal in and then a regular signal one way out. And then this would be regular signals out of this station, so that if a train was going to continue on, it would go this way. Is this, yeah, that could be a regular out. So we might want to chainify at least, yeah, we might want to chain these because they're going right into intersections. And then this, good, that's far enough away. Yeah. So you know what, we're going to put chain here, get rid of these. And this needs to be a one-way chain that way. And this is a regular, this is a little bit close, but we'll hope for the best. Yeah, and this really could be closer here. Yeah, like that. Get rid of this one. This is a lot, isn't it? All right, yeah, we don't want a chain. Let's just put a regular, right? And then they'll be able to loop. Let's not stop them. Yeah, we'll put another one here. Though I really don't want them stopping near that road. All right, for now, this should just be a regular signal. Let's just get rid of this one. And what is this mess? Yeah, this is the return at this point for any train that would come up this way. So I think I'm just going to do this. Yeah, this could almost be a chain because it's sort of an intersection here. You know, I'll make it a chain, but I don't know if that matters. So now the thing is that chains can come in here. So picture, you know, they came out of our coal loop and then they're coming up straight this way. They can go into these coal fill-ups. So let's do that. And then, yeah, I think I'd put another one in here just in case we ever wanted to stage a train. I might as well put a partner one right there, even though it's a little bit short. So this one would, yeah, you know what, I'm going to get rid of that one that I just put in. And this should be a chain. And we really don't need this one. Yeah, that's going to be very limited. we probably want to do a chain. See, the double chain will block this guy back here so that he doesn't block this intersection. Because otherwise, that green signal would have let him sit right here. And then that way, yeah, if we did anything, hopefully, again, I don't really picture people using this road too much. So hopefully we could stage a few trains over on this track and one, maybe two on this one. And then this needs to be a chain here. You know what? Now we'll do the chain. Come on. There you go. So we'll do a chain out of this one, so we won't even let him out of there. And then once he gets past there, we can do a regular one. Hopefully this... Some of this I'm counting on them not being overly busy, right? Yeah, we can put this one a little... But no, we'll do the same thing here. All right, so we won't even let them out of that station until this is clear. So now if you can picture, we have another straight signal. And we're going to want to chain here. Yeah, don't particularly want to block the road if we don't have to. Though eventually we might end up putting another signal in here. And then we'll put a regular signal coming out of this called double intersection. So that way, once they're clear, they can get out. And then this is probably far enough to just warrant moving things along. And then we'll do like the same thing here. Yeah, and that should be a chain, and it is. Okay, I think that's the coal loop made out. I hope everybody followed it, but I'm just trying to focus my eyes on our coal loop here. Now, I don't plan on firing this one up immediately, but let's go see, now that let's close this, and yeah, I can close that now. So this guy, let's make sure, can we send, yeah, I think we'll be able to send him immediately right to the coal stop here. I don't think there's any goofiness that he won't be able to reach that. And then his next stop, well, it does matter. His next stop will be right here, and that'll be it, right? So he should be able to come up here. Oops, I see two one-way signals. I already missed the track. Yeah, you could be two outies. You're two innies. Yeah, again, once we ramp up, the signaling will become more important. Yeah, I'm going to plop another one in. Hopefully he doesn't... Again, we only have one train, so... There shouldn't be any trucks in and out of here per se. Though, of course, we may, in the future do that a little bit. But with these gravel roads here in particular, I really don't plan on many vehicles other than maybe fire trucks, which are important. But hopefully we wouldn't have trains sitting there so long that they would block our fire trucks. All right, so you should be able to come up here, go in, turn around, and we should start getting coal to our thingy here. So let's go ahead and start him. And we'll leave him over here, make sure he doesn't have any problems. All right, so what's next? Well, I guess we need iron. And in order to get iron, we're going to need people. And in order to get people, we're going to need a train to come up to here. I'm thinking we fire this one up first, right? We're just going to, well, this side's not really fully built. So we just need to get this iron mine, people to this iron mine. So let's shrink this guy, move him over here for a minute, and come back over to here. Is this guy? Yep, he has left the building. And I think we'll do a train set, and I'll do my favorite train set, which is just because it carries the most people, 300 and some, I think it ends up being. And we'll just start slowly. I don't know how many people we're going to have or what issues, but the same kind of idea. And I plan on pulling the people from this stop. So let's see. Do we have... Yeah. Okay, so let's... Yeah, we're going to close that. So, will he be able to come in? Oh, we need to do some signaling first. But if we did the signaling correctly, I believe he can get into here. No. No, I think he needs to come up this track. All right. So in other words, we want to send him up to here first. All right, because I think he can get to here, and then he can get to here. Okay, so now let's shrink him down as well. Yeah, we don't need that open. And let's do some signaling on this. So all of this is one way this way, right? Don't we have any signals? Oh wait, you know what? Let me do this. Make them more visible. Yeah, this loop's going around that way. So we want to make it so that he can only come in this way, and they can go out this way. And do we even want this one? No. And this should be a chain in, and this should be a chain in, and this should get deleted. And this should be a regular signal back out. It's sort of double clicking on me. And this should be a one-way out. All right, so now this can just be regular, just for the sake of it, because they're free. And this should be this way. Chain into the intersection, chain into the intersection. Chain or regular signal out. Now what we need to do is yeah, I think a regular signal out. Regular signal out. Now, how far are we away from this one? We could probably just do this. That's for the return trip. And then we need a chain coming into here. Oops, can't build it on the road. That makes sense. And then this should be chain, regular, chain in, and just for the sake of keeping things moving, we could put another one of these this way. Do another one there. Now this one that way, and then two chains in. Yeah, then this sort of mess. So this is where they'll go one way or the other. So this should be, hopefully this isn't too tight. Double chain. This should be, yeah, this should be a chain. Could probably move that a little bit, but yeah, this needs to be clear. This can be a regular signal out. And then a chain, regular here. This one needs to be a chain, right, into the intersection. Did I say chain and then put a regular one there? So this should be a chain. So anytime you have a chain in, now, so I'm doing the double chain because I want this signal to be clear. If they want to go this way, don't even get into this intersection. But if you want to go this way, you can go in there because there's going to be a slot open, right? So you could sit in that slot, but there's no slot here. So the double chain should block them until this signal's clear. And then as far as coming back here, yeah, just stop on the bridge and really, now see, this is out. So this is all free and clear. There's no more intersection on the left-hand side there. So there we go. So we should be in good shape. Now, this should be a chain signal into that intersection. This probably just, this is just a straight track regular, and then we'll do just clearing signal. I kind of like to call that because you're saying you're clear of the intersection. This is another clearing signal for these two chains. All right, so all of these trains are going to come in and go down this way, and then they join up. Yeah, well, let me not confuse you too much. Let's do the steel section. So we'll try to put a regular signal in here before the road. Hopefully, these trains should be pretty short, right? Yeah, I don't want to block these roads too much, but I can't do too much about it right there. And again, because these trains are going to be so short, we can stage these up, and then when you clear the station, this might be a little bit too close. Yeah, well, that's fine. That one can sit back there. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. He's going to block the road no matter what. And then we'll just, again, for the sake of flow, let's just make sure we don't cramp up the style of that guy too much. Was that too close? Kind of. Sort of put one right smack in the middle. There's a lot of chain signaling. Yeah, keep that away from that intersection. So if they do end up stopping, they stop. Don't block the road if you can help it. These are pretty short trains. I think they'll fit in there. You don't want to put them too close. Put one coming off the bridge. And again, we'll try to hopefully stop them far enough off the road. That's probably not far out off the road, and that's that. So you see that loop that we just did is going to bring people mostly to the steel mills and the processing plants. Right, coming around there. And this will also cover the processing plants. But we just came through this loop. So now there's going to be another loop where it comes out this way. And yeah, where's our first stations? All the way over there. Yeah, let's try to put signal here. Yeah, we don't want to jam up the station too much. I'll put one about in the middle. It's not the end of the world if these signals are too close together, right? It just means the train's going to block two signals and you're not going to be quite as efficient. But in some cases, that's kind of perfectly fine. Yeah, you know what? I don't like this one. I just want to see where you can help it. I would say, don't do that, because then the next train can't pull up here. You'd have to sit all the way back here. But remember, sometimes with these passenger loops, we actually want them to space themselves out nicely. So we may be deleting some of these just to get our timing as smooth as we can. See, it would be good to put one there, but I don't really want to. Like, if we put them here, you might not block the road as much. And there we go. So then we got a chain in here, and they can lead back over this way. All right, so after all of that, let's go look. What is this guy doing? Load anything. I don't really want you loading anything. I would like it if you loaded coal. And this guy shouldn't be waiting here any longer. All right, so did you take a load of coal up here? I mean, it was a little while we were... Oh, yeah, look at that. We got coal in there. Oh, we're actually full of coal, which makes sense because I think we had the same size. We just emptied out what was down there. So we're going to keep that guy running around on a loop. And yeah, we don't have pumps in between these, so it's going to look like we don't have any coal. But once we get people and iron going, we should be okay. So all right, let's shrink this guy down and see. The other thing is we only want to take workers. And I don't expect this one train to be enough, but they're expensive, and let's just get it. Let's make sure that if we make even a little bit of steel, then we know we can ramp it up. But if we run into other, oh, no power here kind of problems. So Ferris Field train platform, start. So hopefully, let's follow this guy, and at the same time, I'm going to get another train set. Right? 2 train sets. Good. Let's shrink this guy up. Well, let's open the trains, and then we can close this guy. All right, so the next thing we need to do is I want to come from the same train station for now until you're going to see we're going to run into a big problem here. Yeah, maybe we try this train station and this one for this guy. So I want you to come here, here, and then I want you to come here. And this will be for getting, wait, you know what? Go here and then here. So it's these two. Yeah, we're gonna have to work this out. In the long run, we may have more trains. So this is going to be the one that brings people that should go to the steel mill. So in other words, I just closed that other train. People from this stop should go there. No passengers, no students. Go to the steel mill. This guy should only. I don't really care. You know, I really don't want to unload people here. Let's just see. We'll fine tune this to say just get in as many workers as you can. And here I don't really care because there's not going to be any students, but we'll just change this for the sake of it. Right? And then this is set up to go to there, and then this set up to go to there. Now, I don't even necessarily want to start this guy first, but then what we need to do is, oh shoot, I don't know. That's the train platform. I want to change it here. Unload at this, let's get rid of the load. I don't like the way they do this 50% thing, but yeah, then this one could be 100%, right? So whoever didn't get out of here just gets out of here. Whatever, even though it's not 50% of the passengers, it's 50% of the total capacity. So we may even need to lower this, but let's just see how that flows. All right, so that one should be set up, and I really probably should have set this one up first. But I closed it accidentally by hitting the escape. So, and the reason I say that is because this one's going to be the one I set up to go to our iron, right? So we're going to do the same thing here. Try to grab people from both of these stops. And then we'll once we get this going, we'll up more people over here. But this is why I have that other construction on the other side of Neuve Rivergrad going. So then we'll take them up to here, right? Why is this? Now, you know what? Yeah, we need to do, let's delete this one, delete this one. Yeah, I'm going to drop you off here. And I already see a problem. All right, so this we just want to load workers. Same thing with this. This we want to unload. I don't care who you unload, but we want to unload workers, but I don't want to set 100% here. Let's set a very small percent. Yeah, not 0%, 10%. Because we really don't need a huge number of people here, but I've just noticed we don't have these footpaths done, and I don't think they're going to be able to get there unless we have our footpaths done. How busy are you? You're not busy at all, but I think this is going to be a little bit annoying, isn't it? Yeah, I was really assuming that he was going to auto do all of this, which is, you know, never good in life to make assumptions, right? Yeah, so all of that would have to be built. You know what? We're going to forget that. Just for the sake of going. Oh, we only have $15,000, $15 million left. That's all right. These won't cost that much. You know what? Let's use dollars. This one doesn't go anywhere. I don't know why we have this one, but is there another thing I'm missing? These are really hard to see sometimes. Okay, so really these would have to come from this train stop, huh? What is this? Oh, this is the ore processing plant's not done yet, huh? Yeah, but that goes over there. All right, well, anyway. That's not part of this. There we go. All right. So I see I did some auto building. Just for the sake of it. I mean, it'd drive me up a wall if we had to. Oops, we didn't get that done. And I think there's one we can barely. Yeah, I think that's completed now. Yeah, so, well, you know what? We're not even going to worry about that stop at this moment. But this one, let's send a third of whoever gets off there. And that's, what are you doing? Why are you going all the way up here? Did I not signal? Oh, because I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Well, not wrong, but yeah, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. So this guy needs to loop through, but he doesn't need to go to, let's make sure I'm deleting the right one. Yeah, see, he doesn't need to go to here. So let's delete that stop. So he's just going to take all of his people, whatever they are, and drop them in here. Then this guy is going to take his people and kind of hopefully spread them out between these two steel mills. And I know I have a ton of balancing to do. Now, let's see. Did you get... Oh, you know what? We have another... Yeah, I don't know if you even had any people there, but let's... Now, can we do that? I think I saw the connection. Yep, there we go. All right, so I don't know if any people even got out there, but as long as he makes it there and back. I thought he was just going to here, or one of these stops, and why is he coming up here? But it makes sense. It's just my... All right, so you know what? We're going to... you know what? Let's... Yeah, go to... Well, you know, start, but then go to that stop, yeah. Because I think they can make it into these last stops. Start. Yeah, go to there. All right, what do you guys think? Think this will keep going? So we didn't see any people come up. And where is he? As long as he's still flowing here. Well, it's this one, right? Yeah, so let's just, I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and I'll probably like just fast forward this section, but here, let me open up these. Maybe you guys can get some idea of, but if I start doing anything besides watching these, just because we're getting a little bit long in the video, and I don't know that I have that much to say about this. Now, why are you red? Okay, well, there we go. I already have something to say about this. You are red because you're red and you're a chain. Why are you red? Or do we have too many chains? No. Why are you... Oh, you're red because we don't have another signal all the way down to there because I was trying to space things out. I'm kind of okay with that. Though it is a bit annoying. So you see, like, I'm trying to keep these trains spaced out nicely for the purposes of over there. Which is going to block this guy. Not indefinitely, but see how these, otherwise these trains get kind of bulked up. Which is, yeah, we're going to pull our people from this loop, but it's really why I want to make this section, right? So that I don't have any problem with pulling some excess people from here, but I don't want to interfere with like this passenger train loop by making this one too complicated around the city. But we don't have any people over here, and it's going to be a little ways off. So I'm hoping just to ramp up our people in this area and just start producing some steel, you know, get things going. And then in the meantime, we can start building those other buildings across the way. There we go. So this guy makes it out. Good. Now what are these two doing? Where are you? What are you? Oh, really? Really? You're going that way? Where are you going? Oh, I didn't start you. Well, go ahead and start. I mean, it's kind of fine with me. You know what? You might as well go to this stop next then, right? Oh, shoot. Hopefully they make it out. You know what we need to do? We need to... Yeah, let me signal... Now, which way is this other guy going to go? So what I did was I made it so these guys can't get back out of that loop. Because I need to get these guys into it, right? So where is this guy going? Well, we don't know yet. Okay, good. This guy's the one that, because I can't have him, he's going down the one way, the wrong way, which I have open for them to be able to get in there, but I would really prefer that they would have gone a different way, but let's see. Where is this guy? Oh, there he is. All right, let me fast forward it for a minute. Maybe. Unless I see something right away, that's a problem. Okay, slight little problem here. Let's correct this since we don't have any workers. Now, I'm kind of hoping... I'm not sure why the workers were turned off at these stops. All right, so that one's on. This one's on. Yeah, so this is where we were getting workers for this loop over here. So now what I want to do is make sure. Yeah, well, where does this guy go? This is this one. So these other trains, yeah, shouldn't be stopping at those stops anyway. So they should just blow through them, not pick up anybody. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully this gets us a couple more workers. There we go. 50, 60, 100, yeah, because we only have like, oh, look, did we drop off workers here? I think we did. Did they go to work? Yep, there they are. Okay, let's see. Do we get no workers? All right, we have a little bit of iron going. Not the most impressive number of workers, but I'm okay with that to get started, of course. There we go. We got a little bit of iron in here. Nice. Let's see. What is this train? So did we get people out of here? Oh, no, that's right. This guy doesn't have anybody because we just fixed the thing. Okay, well, let's make sure that our steel guy should be... Oh, there he comes, somewhere close behind. So we're really close. Again, I know this is an awkward and slow start, and I hope you guys are, you know, I know this, if you don't like train signaling, this probably wasn't the most exciting episode, but I thought, well, I hope people have made comments about my train signaling seems to work pretty well, and I thought it would be good that you guys see the whole thing. I hope you found it educational or at least slightly entertaining, and I hope it helps, even though I think it was a bit overkill in the sheer amount. But now that I'm kind of curious to make sure they all work together, right? And that they don't cause each other traffic jams. Yeah, so let's stick with this at least until we actually see some steel coming out, right? Let's yeah, so this guy has people. Unfortunately, we didn't get any to this. That would have been... Oh, wait, we did get it to this. Yeah, I don't know which train's going where. Ignore me. Where are you going? Oh, that's right. We're just dropping off to this one because we don't... Yeah, 3 out of 4 ain't bad kind of thing. Let's see. Do we get... There we go. Off they go. Are they dividing up nicely? Yes, they are. All right, so are we making... Yes, we are making iron. Are we... Oh, we're not getting iron there. Well, this is why we're doing our testing. So hopefully that's just that one. I'm going to just cancel this. Top priority. There and there. Let me shrink this one down. Let's go to Etupafaloo. Yep, they don't have any jobs anyway. Very good. So let's just get this one we know about assigned to these two. Yeah, this is all. Oh, we got iron in there, so that's fine. Yeah, this is all done. You know what? Why don't you go work on that footpath? Let's zoom in here. You're a little tiny guy right there. Okay, it sort of looks. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, you might as well go work on those. All right, good. So we have some iron ore here. So now we just need to get this train back around. And yeah, he's going at 100 kilometers an hour, which is good. Yeah, we'll shrink. Let's just shrink some of these up just in case we have problems with them. But we know these two guys had people. So we should actually... Yeah, we have iron and coal, and we have our conveyors into there. And then the next step will, of course, be... Oh, was that smoke I saw coming out of there? No, just wishful thinking. Guys, we almost have a couple steel mills. I mean, not to be dramatic about it, but this has been a long time coming. Lots of my complaining and everything else. So let's follow this guy. What are you doing? Yeah, where are you going? Uh-oh. What are you doing? You're not even on an electric track. Oh, did I get non... Oh, wait a minute. what's going on here? Why is this guy? They're not all doing that, right? Why did this guy? Oh no, they are. I must be missing a signal. Yeah, that's. Oh, shoot. Shoot. That should be a chain signal. Ah, darn it. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope. Well, that's the really long way, isn't it? And it's probably like every train we have has now decided to do that, which is okay. So, which means like this is probably all ground to a halt as well, right? And how is our coal train doing? You know what? We're gonna have you waiting. All right, you know what? Let me pause it for a minute, and then we'll come back because it's just. I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna do anything else. Yeah, you can just wait there. There's no point in you driving back and forth. So let me just wait until this guy, and I might have to clear out if we get a little like anticipating. Where are you going? You are okay. You are one of the trains. I'm kind of hoping they all get in this loop without causing each other heartache. I completely forgot to reset that signal after those guys got through. All right, let me be back when everything is somewhat straightened out. If it gets too big of a fiasco, I'll come so you can laugh at me. All right. Okay, we have a train. Let's catch up with them. I think all the trains are back in. I'll show you in a minute what I did. Well, let's show you now before this guy gets over there. So let me shrink this guy back up. I did make all of these chain signals so that when they'll sit over here and wait for this line to clear so that they can get in and out of here more easily. The other thing I did is I put a couple other signals in here. Now that we got more trains, we need a few more signals just to kind of keep these guys moving better. And then the other thing I did was came over to here and I broke this. I had only built that for the purposes of construction, and I think that's how they got out. So I don't think they're going to really have to have a convoluted loop to get out of there, but let's see how this works for the moment. And let's see, are you 187 workers? Good. Where are you now? Here he comes. Yeah, so he needs to get all the way over to here, right? Where is he? Yeah, this one. I think that's his stop. So once he gets these off of here, are we set to go to the steel mill? Yeah. Oh, he's going to stop here. That's right. He's going to let off half. Now, how many is that? It's all but 23. Yeah, we might need to do this a bit different. Not that it matters, right? Does it really matter which steel mill? Yeah, because you need 500 people. I don't think it really matters, but there we go. We have steel. 0.49. And then what happened? We ran out of iron. That's okay. We'll get this going much better. So I don't plan on spending much time between the episodes, between here and the next one. I will probably straighten out a few issues that have probably cropped up. I haven't paid any attention in a little while to our constructions. And the next episode will likely be about getting this guy fired up, our distribution. So in the meantime, we can keep an eye on this as we fire up our distribution in the next episode. But the fact is that enough of it is working because we got 0.49 steel. And if we wait a minute longer, it's not like the episode. Is this guy right? Yes, he's right on the heels of the other guy. Do you have people? Yeah, 216 of them. And I could see iron's coming into here. So that's, yeah, there's a lot of balancing left to do. But at least we have iron flowing. And we know the mechanics. Did this get done? Now this is getting worked on. So once that gets worked on, I think we'll be in a little bit better shape. Here we go. Close this. There we go. I see iron flowing again. Do we see steel? Yep, there we go. We're making some steel. So we'll have to get some steel trains going pretty shortly. And decide where they can take stuff to. Now that we actually have this excess steel, this will be nice. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to make my whole life easier. Well, I don't know about that, but it'll make things flow a lot better. So there we go. All right, our steel mills are starting to get there. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take care of yourselves and have a good day. Bye-bye.